Fearless followers, I hope you had a good Holy Week. I know that Easter and Good Friday were different than how we've ever experienced it. Many of us on staff were talking about just how different it was not to actually be together. But still, hope that for Good Friday, as all of our churches came together, that was a meaningful experience as we took communion together. And then Easter, we actually had thousands and thousands of people seeing our services. And so not only was it a great time for the family of God, but it was a great time for us to spread the message together. And we are moving now. We are moving into a new study. We are moving into this series called Looking for the Light. And this is a study through the book of Philippians. We made this pivot to teach on this once we realized that we were not going to be meeting together and how the social distancing was going to be changing our lives. And we thought, you know what? Let's lock into a book of the Bible. We're going to spend 7 weeks in Philippians. And let's really encourage our people to read through Philippians and study Philippians along with us. And as I think about it, of course, there's been all kinds of challenges that have come up from COVID-19 and what's meant for our society and our church. And it's having economic impact, of course, as well as just the whole sickness thing and the fears about sickness. But we are reminded that the Lord knew this was coming before it came, and He is walking with us through this. And I guess I'd like us to think in terms of it creates new opportunities. So for so many of us, our pace is different. We are spending much more time at home, and our rhythms are different. And again, what I want to encourage you to think about is, what does that mean for your connection to God and your connection to God's Word? Lots of studies show that the number one spiritual discipline that helps people grow in their walk with the Lord is reading the Bible and studying the Bible. And for many of us, when we're in our normal rhythms, we just either don't have time for it, or the pace of life just sort of pushes that to the back burner. But our pace has changed, and this is an amazing opportunity for each of us to really dig in to God's Word, and specifically the book of Philippians. That is the reason that we sent these out. So these are study guides for the book of Philippians, and just what you'll find in here is, along with what our messages will be about and the titles of our messages, it also has personal studies in it and group studies. And in fact, the group studies that are in here can be used for personal studies if you are not in a group. But our whole thinking on this is we want to encourage you to dig into God's Word and understand what it says for yourself. Along those lines too, in the next few weeks, we will start putting out onto our websites just instructional videos on how to study the Bible for yourself. And they'll be very practical. They are meant to take somebody that really has never done it or doesn't even understand how the Bible's laid out, and to really help you feel a confidence that I can open the Bible and I can learn what it says and I can apply it to my life. The last thing I want to say is our churches have done such an amazing job of reaching out to the communities. And so I want to thank those of you that are delivering food. We are serving hundreds of people every week right now by delivering food and making food available. And I just want to thank you, because this is what the church needs to do. And we'll have more opportunities as we move forward, but we want to be those churches that are for our communities. And the people in our communities say things like, I may not believe what they believe, but I am so glad they're here because they make a difference in my life. Any of you that have needs, we want to help. We have resources. We have pastors that would love to pray with you. We want to help you, so please reach out. And as things get tighter, maybe as we move forward, we are here to resource you, to help you with food and even finances, so please let us know. I hope that this weekend is great. The weather is supposed to be getting warmer. We're moving into spring, and I am so blessed to be associated and leading our fearless churches. So thank you, and God bless.